Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to the Warrior's Journey Tarot. This is going to be your monthly reading, general, for March 2019. Just going to pull some of those guidebooks here for these decks. Let's see, we're using Whispers of Love, Romance Angels. This is daily for Taurus here. And then I'm going to pull Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn, and then these crystal reading cards by Rochelle Sharman, the Chris Wilder Goddess Tarot deck, and then some Divine Feminine Oracle cards by Megan Watterson, and then Wild Kuan Yin by Alana Fairchild. So let's get started with your March monthly read. I'm going to leave the romance and love oracle cards for last because it works out better that way, actually. The spiritual cards kind of get heavy. All right, let me light. Sorry, I got the hiccups here. Let me light some Palo Santo. I just felt like switching it up. Goes out so fast. Come on. There we go. Clean up the energy a bit. Ah, lovely. Okay. This is for Sag for March 2019. Please, can we please get a Celtic cross for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2019. I'm going to bring my candles back into the picture here. These are my soy flakes and organic coconut oil with organic shea butter and some essential oils that I made a while ago, a long time ago. At least you know what goes in them, you know, and it smells great. Personally, I like, there we go. So Ace of Swords, speaking your truth. This is a sword of truth, victory, and clarity, expressing yourself to someone, letting them know how you really feel. And then here you've got the Tower card. This is about oppression. So this is where thunder's coming down, rain is coming down, and this is just kind of a card of, it's a fate card, basically, where there's two twin sisters here with babies, the Wawalak they're called. And it's just speaking to not having shelter when the thunder comes down. So Tower moment, where something as you know it crumbles down, way of thinking crumbles, kind of, could be a big fight, or some situation where, you know, you lose your shit kind of thing. So be careful with your temper. And it's just speaking to kind of a situation where you get a revelation kind of from this thunderbolt that comes out of nowhere regarding with the Ace of Swords, which means when you speak your truth and communicate how you feel, just to be mindful because the sword cuts both ways. So sometimes you can get aggressive with the Ace of Swords, and then it's saying it could lead to a Tower moment. So to be mindful of that. All right. So let's please get a Celtic cross for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Can we please get a Celtic cross, please, for Sag for March 2019? Anything and everything that comes up. Can we please get a positive reading for Sagittarius, please? Or for whoever needs to hear it. There's a little bit of conflict there. There we go. Happily ever after card on the bottom. Excellent. Beautiful underlying energy. So the situation, great love and enthusiasm. Challenged by hard at work. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Wands. Okay. Consciously, 9 of Wands. Foundation, 6 of Wands. Recent past, Ace of Swords again. There it is. Recent future, 3 of Cups. Celebrating success and reunions. You right now, Justice with Goddess Athena. Around you, this is the Page of Swords. Hopes and fears. Tradition with the Juno. Could be a Hierophant here. This is a Hierophant card with Juno. And it is the Hierophant. It could be a Taurus, I was going to say. And then there's Princess of Swords or Page of Swords in the actually, this is like the Prince of Swords. Knight of Swords in the traditional tarot. Sometimes they use princes and princesses, and here, because it's very girl power, this tarot deck, the princes are pages. And then you've got the happily ever after at the bottom. Alright, so let's do this. It's speaking to, in the situation, there's messages of love and enthusiasm and good communication coming in. It's almost overwhelming. Positive feedback, messages back and forth. This is where the energy is very high. There's growth involved. There's passion and inspiration and excitement, right? Maybe something's been going on that's got you really excited, that's switched up your world a bit, you know, shaking it up out of the regular doldrums or boredom, because this is a card of great enthusiasm and energy in the situation. So this is something that's making you feel very excited and happy and inspired. The challenge here is 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles is mastering your craft and is about hard at work, putting in the extra hours and making sure that, you know, you're putting in that time because you want to be a master of what you're doing, whatever your craft is, whatever your job is. And so here you've got this artist, because in this 8 of Pentacles it shows with paintbrushes and different paint palettes here, and she's drawing a big, or painting a big pentacle here, and there's 7 pentacles over here. So it speaks this kind of artistic, inspired, creative work, to be putting in the extra energy into the creative aspect of the work as well. So possibly the challenge could be here, because 8 of Pentacles is here, there's a lot of enthusiasm and energy and excitement, but the work needs to be put in to master the craft. It's just saying that the work needs to be put in, and possibly, especially on the creative front, maybe a little bit of, see, this 8 of Wands is about creative enthusiasm and creativity, Wands energy, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Is just saying the challenge here is actually putting in the work and mastering the craft, mastering that creative aspect. So whatever you're doing, maybe you need to add a little bit more creativity to your craft. All right, so consciously you've got the 9 of Wands in your day-to-day. This is the wounded warrior, kind of feeling like whatever's happened in the recent past, from the 8 of Wands up to the 9 of Wands, there's been communication that's been exciting, but there is a tone of, it could be overwhelming. So in the conscious here with the 9 of Wands, it feels like you're vigilant and defensive, waiting. It's almost like the air is very tense, waiting for someone to attack you, right? This 9 of Wands is kind of like feeling defensive and guarded, having a barrier up. So whatever it is that's regarding your work here, it looks like it's left you in kind of this challenge here of creativity, or putting in the hard work to master your craft. It's like the inspiration is there, but the time of the work, the elbow grease, all the hard work has to be put in here to be a master of the craft, right? You've done so great up to a point. And it's just saying here, especially because they've chosen to use painting here with this big pentacle, this creativity aspect of it. There's like, you know, male energy here, fire energy, wanting to create, having a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of communications coming in, and now your challenge is to putting the work in. So it looks like there's an audience. There's people who want to see, there's messages, there's communication. Just putting in the work and mastering the craft is the challenge. Consciously feeling defensive, waiting for, like, you know, it's called the wounded warrior. Something that's happened has wounded you. So you're feeling defensive, and now you're waiting vigilantly, almost with very tense. It's a very tense card day to day. But subconscious, you've got the 6 of Wands, which is a fantastic card. You feel like you've been victorious. It's a very confident card. In the subconscious, like, yes, I am the winner. I just won something. It's like a rite of passage. For example, like graduation, or, you know, winning an award or something that makes you feel victorious. And there's people cheering for you in the crowd. And there's always, like the Ace of Swords, there's a little bit of a tone of not everybody in the crowd is happy for you. And some people are cheering, but they're just as equally like happily be waiting for your downfall. So in the recent past, you got Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is a drop down I explained earlier. It's about speaking your truth. It's about truth, victory, and clarity, communication, speaking your mind, letting people know how you feel. So it looks like that's something that in the recent past, that's something that you did. Now, again, just like the Six of Wands, there's a tone of the sword cuts both ways. So whatever you're doing in expressing yourself, I would just temper that a little bit, because if you go too hard with your Ace of Swords, it will cut you too, because the sword cuts both ways. That kind of a general meaning here. But generally, it's a victorious card. It's about speaking your truth and letting people know how you feel. Because you really do feel that way, right? For whatever reason. And then in the recent future, you got Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card where you're celebrating and you're with your friends and it's reunion. It's your support network. It's a very social card. So the Three of Cups is like you're toasting. It's good times coming up. So there's a positive. It's going to lead to happily ever after for you with the Ten of Cups. This is like whatever is complete fulfillment to you. That's what it is. So here's Three of Cups in the recent future. Reunions. Feelings like you just want to hang out with your girlfriends, have some wine, talk, or your friends, or family gatherings, having a support network. It's a very social card. In the you right now, you've got Goddess Athena, Justice. Now, Goddess Athena is the goddess of intelligence, wisdom, and war. So there's already a feeling of this fate energy, this major arcana energy with justice that's affecting you right now. And it's saying, it's giving you this feeling, this kind of push for things working out fairly for everyone involved. Here, justice is like being, it's karmic retribution. It's a card of karma. So whatever that karma is for whoever's involved, it could be legal matters. You might be involved in legal matters. There might be contracts or fine details that you need to look over. It could be custody, it could be marriage, it could be divorce. For some of you, it looks like it could be marriage just because you got the Ten of Cups, happily ever after, and reunion here. There's great enthusiasm and messages coming in. So let's see where this goes, because Hierophant also could represent marriage. So that's justice right now, this feeling of things working out fairly, especially with this Ace of Swords energy as well. Feels like there's some combative energy that you're kind of being vigilant about. So let's go to what's around you. There's the Page of Swords. This is the energy surrounding you. Now this could be someone who's a youthful person, who's a student type, shaky energy, kind of, could be anyone from your child up to university. And it could be by the sign of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Also, it speaks to, this is the spy card. So maybe, possibly also, it could be that you're keeping tabs on somebody. Sorry, excuse me. Keeping tabs on someone, collecting information. However that works out for you, surrounding energy. And then you've got the hopes and fears. You've got tradition with the Hierophant over here with Goddess Juno. And the Hierophant, it does represent traditions, major institutions, church, law. It could be marriage, you know, things along that line. So in your hopes and fears, it could be someone, this is traditionally the card of the Hierophant. Hierophant is ruled over by Taurus. So this card is ruled over by Taurus. So in your hopes and fears, maybe you're hoping for marriage for some of you, right? And then there's also the Hierophant. The role of the Hierophant is someone, it's all about faith, having faith, right? Maybe you're hoping for a commitment, or maybe you're hoping for faith. I don't know. Or afraid of possibly a Taurus, okay? It's somebody that you're being watchful for because of this combative energy here. And then in the outcome, you got Princess of Swords. The Princess is like the Knight of Swords. The outcome means, again, both about this fighting energy, going into a battle with this Princess of Swords energy, this Knight of Swords energy. It looks like you already did speak your truth and you've been in this combative energy. But justice here with Goddess Athena, it's like you're not done. So in the outcome here, you got Princess of Swords, the Knight of Swords is going out for a challenge. The Knight of Swords element has this kind of energy of when you want to be victorious, when you want to win, and you're going out there and you've got your sword of truth, victory, and clarity, and you're kind of very aggressive with it, and you're running and charging into battle. You know, act first, ask questions later type of energy, right? And this is surrounding this kind of tense Nine of Wands energy. I don't know how quite all of this fits in because it's such a happily ever after energy here on the bottom with the 10 of Cups, complete fulfillment. But yet it's like there's reunions, work, and then major combative energy. So let's pull some oracle cards just to figure things out. I'll take a peek underneath here with Ace of Wands. This is what excites you. This is what inspires you. Okay? All right, let's pull an oracle card from Wild Kuan Yin Oracle deck. Can we get one card, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2019, for the month of March, please. Can we please get one oracle card for Sagittarius for the month of March? All right, on the bottom, sorry, Lady of Plaza descends. And then we read the top, which is above you, the lantern dancer. And there's this beautiful moon energy there. And it is the full moon today. I've been, I had a Taurus reading that I already posted a full moon pic. So I hope you can see that. There's above you, the lantern dancer. Let me read that. This is amazing. This guidebook, this deck is just amazing. I'll show you. What number is that? It's number 1. Excellent. It says, look beyond what appears to be. Guiding grace like a star in the sky shows the way through what is happening now. I am the lantern dancer, lighting the way to a new path, a new reality for you. Even when the moon is full, and it is a full moon, and you believe that you see all as it is, I know that there is something far more beautiful happening. Trust me, and I will show you. Guidance. There are times when we feel as though nothing seems to be flowing. We encounter obstacles and closed doors. We wait for another door to open, but nothing seems to be happening. We may begin to doubt ourselves and whether our dreams are even possible. The oracle of above you, the lantern dancer, brings you a message. Things are not as they seem right now. You may think you have the whole picture in mind, but there are other factors at play you cannot see clearly yet. Let go of your fixed opinions and worries. Trust in the power of the divine to work things out in the best possible way. You don't have to work out the solution yourself. You just need to trust your inner guidance and allow yourself to be led. The path you are taking needs to twist and turn a little before your success can come. There are certain elements that need to be integrated, certain people that need to become involved. Trust in this. It will happen as a natural coinciding of people, opportunities, and events, according to a divine plan. It is all working out. Trust in that and let peace come to your body, mind, and soul. Inner reading. There's more to this situation than meets the eye. Ask the divine to show you what you need to know. Practical solutions can come, but first you need to step back and gain some, quote-unquote, higher perspective on the situation for the best results. And that was the shortest reading that I ever heard. My goodness. That was the shortest explanation for this deck I've ever seen. Okay, let's get some goddess guidance here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I think we need it here. A lot of combative energy. The 10 of Cups is the happily ever after, but as you can see, the only cups we see is about social activity and gatherings. It feels like, Sag, it feels like you find this kind of fighting energy fulfilling. This kind of combative energy, because it makes you feel validated through victory, right? This victorious feeling makes you feel validated, because the challenge here is your work is not creative enough, or your work is not fulfilling in the way that, you know, you got enthusiasm, high energy, that male energy, that fire energy, go get it. But it feels like your challenge is that you're not either, I don't know if it's you're not putting in the work with the Eight of Pentacles. It's all about putting in the extra hours at work and putting in the extra effort, the mastering of your craft. Or it could be that you are not a master of your craft yet, right? So you got all this energy and excitement, but the challenge here is mastering your craft and putting in the work. So that's why it looks like there's something going on, like something has happened that you've gotten this rite of passage where you feel victorious in this foundation here. But in the conscious, it's not worth it because you're so stressed out. You're always vigilant, waiting for the next attack, the next kind of engaged kind of back and forth. And it's all based around fighting energy. Look at the swords. And what do you have? In your hopes and fears, it's like the most peaceful card here, which is faith with the Hierophant. There's no reason to be scared of the Hierophant. The Hierophant is someone who's all about faith and spirituality. Traditions and values and morals. That's what the Hierophant stands for. The divine. So, instead, opting for all this kind of combative energy, which is fulfilling to you, because that's what lights your spark. Look at that Ace of Wands. That's what gives you the big D. All right. So let's pull one goddess guidance here for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. All right. On the bottom, we've got Saint Bridget, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. And the funny thing here is both of these ladies have a lantern. Kind of like the Hermit card. Right? And the Hermit's ruled by Virgo, so maybe that means something to you as well. But let's read the one on top. Marguerite Porret, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. Let's read about her. Beautiful. I'm going to use this. I'm going to move this over, actually, because I need some space. All right. Let's read about Marguerite. These are always amazing. This is one of my heart decks. I love this deck. Marguerite Porret. Where is she? It's not in alphabetical order. There she is, 17. Alright. It says, when your soul selects her card. Let's put it over here. There's nothing more powerful than remembering that we are love. And there's nothing and no one outside of us that is needed in order to realize this. It's between our experience of the divine and our own soul. We can let go of what we think we need to prove or who we think we need to be in order to receive love, because we remember that we are love. Then we can stand in that truth, even through flames. Marguerite is a courageous truth teller, and the truth of her experience is that love alone can free us. Not the love another might give us, not the love of family or of friends. All of this is powerful and significant, but the true source of love for us is in fact that we are a soul. Let me turn the volume down a bit. That we are a soul, where are we? And that's, the soul is in union with the divine. She reminds us when we've forgotten that love is the essence of who we are, and that true love is found within. Marguerite says, love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I am nothing except love. This is a time to own and to know this truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. So the soul voice meditation is, how can I feel the love that I am more deeply? That I am more deeply. Intention, love is divine, and I am nothing except love. So a little bit about Marguerite is that it says she was a French Beguine, born in the mid 13th century. The Beguine movement was a spiritual revival among women in the late Middle Ages that emphasized an imitation of Christ's life. Okay. They were not nuns, they didn't take formal vows and could leave at any point, but they lived with shared spiritual intention. And by 1306, the Bishop of Cambrai deemed her work heretical and condemned it to be burned in Poret's presence. Even so, it continued to circulate widely throughout the Middle Ages, and in some ecclesiastical centers it was embraced as almost canonical piece of the theology. Poret was ordered to stop circulating her book and to recant her ideas of God as love, but she refused. Marguerite was arrested as a relapsed heretic and a free spirit, which included the belief that humans could achieve union with the divine. The Catholic Church conducted an unprecedented trial to decide her fate. Like Joan of Arc, much of her life is recorded because of the transcripts of her lengthy trial. She maintained her truth that the soul has no other will but God's, and that when the soul is united with God's love, this state of union causes the soul to transcend the contradictions of this world. She suggested that we could be transformed by divine love into love itself, which isn't separate from God. Okay, so then it says, Marguerite was burned at the stake in 1310. The Mirror of Simple Souls continued to gain in popularity. And, well, okay. So she met a sad ending, which often happens to these ladies. Alright, so that was Marguerite Poret. Thank you, Goddess Marguerite. Let me just move this candle over. There we go. And now I'm going to pull a Gateway Oracle card. Can we get a card, please? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2019. This is the first time I've been done all my readings. I can get these done ahead of time. It's so amazing. I am not used to this feeling. Alright. Can we get one card, please, for Sag for March 2019? On the bottom, mending bridges. I heal rifts. I am a mender. And on the top here, simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures in life. Okay, let's put this with a flower. I'm gonna put this over here. There we go. Okay, let's read this. Where's my decks? Okay. Card meaning, focus on what is important to you and let everything else go. Here I go. Scan all areas of your life and clear out the internal and external clutter, and you'll experience remarkable transformations. Rest and rejuvenate. Do what matters and release whatever is left. The universe wants you to know. To clearly hear messages from Spirit, simplify. If you are always busy and have accumulated much more than you need, you might also have a lot of static in your life. This can make it a challenge to hear the voice of the Creator. Remove those things from your schedule that don't move your life forward. Then go through your living and workspaces room by room and clear out the clutter. Additionally, be sure to take time to clear any mental clutter. Calm your mind and simplify your thoughts. The smallest amount of clutter clearing, both internal and external, can make a huge difference in your life. Questions to ask yourself. What can I clear out of my life that will enrich and empower me? What blocks me from simplifying my life? What will my ultimate result be if I simplify my environment and activities? Beautiful. All right. Next, we're going to pull One crystal reading card by Rochelle Sharman, and this is going to give us a beautiful crystal to work with, as well as what chakra needs to be healed. Because I really think, Sag, you guys need it. It's a very strange kind of read here. It's kind of like so much energy, enthusiasm, and fire energy. It's all about fighting. Okay. There we go. Labradorite, take action. On the bottom, Cuprite, rites of passage. All right. So let's read about Labradorite. What shall we use? I will use this little birdie. How about that? Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to use something I can bend. This one's good. I love these holders. Okay. I show you my lab. All my crystals are outside frozen since the new moon in ice blocks. Let's see what I find when I melt them. Alright, Labradorite. It's grays and silver with vibrant blues and greens, related to the third eye and crown chakra. Crystal meaning: allows you to connect to the mystery and magic of life, assists in awakening the magic of your soul, brings deep awareness of your spiritual knowledge, allowing it to manifest in your day-to-day life, brings spiritual insight, supports you to integrate spiritual experiences into the physical world. Opens and activates the third eye. You have drawn this card into your awareness today to let you know that it is the perfect time to take action in your life. There are specific moments when taking action is divinely guided by the universe, and now is one of those times for you. If you've been waiting around for change to occur on its own, it is time to move forward. Take action yourself. It's kind of like this Eight of Pentacles, right? Enthusiasm, excitement, energy, messages, communication, but needing to get to work and do the work. Whether it be making a decision about a job, a major life change, a relationship, or your health, take a step forward and do something positive that will get the energy flowing in the right direction. You are encouraged to work closely with the Devas of Labradorite to assist you in mastering this process. Your desired outcome is not going to happen on its own, so stop waiting, thinking, or talking about it and take action now. Do not procrastinate, as it will definitely be worth your while. So it says Labradorite works closely with the element of wind. Air energy here is with communication and speaking your truth, like this Ace of Swords. And it says, inviting you to receive the medicine of moving forward and taking the right action in your life. All right. Now let's move on to the love and romance cards, the last two final oracle decks. I'm going to pull one Romance Angels right now for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This will be interesting. Hierophant, Juno energy is, and this 10 of Cups, happily ever after, and this reunion here. So let's see what's going on. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for March 2019. There it is. 2 cards. Okay. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yeah, 3 of Cups. So you're going to have a reunion with somebody. It looks like it's going to be a reconciliation with them. On the bottom, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So that's just speaking to, in love and romance, if you put an order in at the, restaurant of love and it didn't turn out the way you wanted, that's because you put in the wrong order, it says. And you need to correct that and just try again. All right, so let's read about these two. I'm going to put them together here. Look how helpful this is. Okay, really, I could use 2, but I want to save the space. Why are you not going here? Okay, this is not going to happen. Okay, come on. It's been bent incorrectly, that's why. Okay, sorry, give me a sec. Alright, there we go. So let's put this here. I'll put lab over here. You know what? I'm gonna just go with this. And then here. Okay, let's see if you can see all that. I'll do a check. Now where's Marguerite? Okay. Okay. So, healing family issues. The answers to your prayers about your love life are based in your feelings about your mother and father. The romance angels see that you'd benefit from releasing old anger toward one or both of them. That's because your feelings about your parents influence your choice of romantic partner and the way in which you deal with relationships. You can ask the angels to help you put forgiveness into action. To forgive someone doesn't mean that you're endorsing his or her behavior. The angels will tell you, rather, that doing so is a form of deep emotional detoxification. It means, I'm no longer too willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. When you find inner peace with your parents, you'll no longer need to attract unhealthy relationship patterns and partners. As a way of healing family emotional wounds, all of your relationships, especially the one you have with yourself, will benefit, right? So there you go. We were talking about what is this kind of love energy, happily ever after, and you know, I was putting my theory on it, but I was like, it is about love and romance as well, this 10 of Cups, fulfillment, whatever that happily ever after is to you. And it's here saying with love and romance, it's all about healing and reconciliation. That, you know, your issues with your parents, it's like you're repeating this pattern in life to kind of be combative and argue with people and cause drama and cause conflict, because it says here, as a way of healing family emotional wounds. So it says, you have to say to yourself, I'm no longer willing to carry toxic energy within my mind and body. It's a detox. You need to detox. That's what it's saying, basically. Calling for faith, hoping for faith here. Okay, with the Hierophant card, could be a Taurus. But just speaking to simplifying your life, getting rid of the mental clutter. Detox, right? Okay, so let's get to reconciliation here. This card indicates that an ex-lover may be re-entering your life. The first person you think of is likely who it will be. The purpose of this reconciliation is to achieve healing and closure with respect to your past. You will understand more about yourself and see your relationship patterns more clearly. You'll also take responsibility for the role you played in the relationship's drama, which will free you from the tyranny of unforgiveness. Reconciliations are ultimately about taking care of unfinished business. This card could also possibly mean making peace with a family member or friend. Each relationship is a sacred learning experience, so be open to this reunion's lessons and blessings. Ultimately, all healings help your love life and every other part of your world. All right. So finally, let's pull one Whispers of Love card for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sag, I don't know, man. Your readings used to be awesome. Sagittarius used to have the best readings. I feel like I'm picking up on somebody else because this ain't the energy I'm used to with Sag. This is something else, man. This is somebody who likes to fight. Maybe it's the full moon. Look at this huge moon here. This full moon, as I said in the Taurus reading, man, it's just... Some people need to just keep their full moons locked up. You never know what you're going to get when you walk out the door. When people are all in their feelings. And I see that here. So maybe, you know, because 8 of Pentacles is a challenge. Whenever you're moody, you're feeling conflicted and combative, grumpy, cluttered, needing detox, all that kind of energy, because that's not something that should make you feel fulfilled or passionate and inspired, right? To this kind of toxic energy. It feels like you need to put your time into the Eight of Pentacles energy. Because what you're excited and enthused and energetic and inspired by, it's all conflict. Trying to feel victorious, but really in a constant toxic state of fear and vigilance. Why? Because related to family issues. What is needed? Hierophant healing with the Faith card. Okay. So this is the last card, please, for Sag. Oh, that was 3. Okay. Focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. And that's number 9. That's like more of the hermit energy here that we're getting. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. This is just more of this kind of judgmental, grumpy, you know, full moon energy here. So let me just move some of these things. Oh, I don't even know where I'm going to put all this stuff. Let me see if I move it. That works. Okay. So you got 3 cards. I'm going to just put them all here, though. You know what? I'm going to go like this. That just works better. 1, 2. All right, that'll have to do. I'm running out of space. I took all 3. Okay. On the bottom, you are limitless. Recognize this truth. You can do anything that you choose to do. All right. Well, we're going to read 3 cards because that's the way Spirit wants to work. Okay? Even though I'm pooped and I got stuff to do. Here we go. Focus on love. Number 24. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. It's easy to see the faults in other people. Think of the positive characteristics of the people in your life. Remember the things that caused you to love them in the first place. Focusing on the love will change and heal the negativity that was once there. Okay. Then we're going to read Slow Down. Actually, no, we'll read 5 first because this is 5 and 9. Let's go by the number. Show simple acts of kindness. Number 5. Relating to possibly this hopes and fears card. It says here, a simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. One of the amazing aspects of being loving is that love also supports us. It is good to remember that when we are kind to others, we look for more opportunities to show kindness. When others are kind to us in return, we are motivated to pass that kindness on. Take a moment to show kindness and bring more love into the world. All right. And then finally, we will read Slow Down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Everything is in perfect order. There is no need to rush or hurry. In our excitement, we forget to enjoy the process of what we are creating. Getting to the goal is half the fun. We also miss our guidance and messages when we don't take the time for things to naturally unfold. Okay, so we also miss our guidance and messages when we don't take the time for things to naturally unfold. Okay. So, Sag, that was your reading, the general reading for March, okay? I have to say, it wasn't one of your best readings. I feel like I picked up on a new Sag energy here. And it's just speaking to needing to clear out the clutter in your mind, detox your energy, work on healing your family issues, and to put time into your work. Because if you're getting into this new moon energy and it's got you all vulnerable, open, and raw about your old, like, you know, wounds with this wounded warrior energy consciously, okay, feeling very open and toxic and, you know, tense and vigilant and defensive. Focus on love, right? Here it says, you know, love is divine. I am nothing except love. Focus on love. It's saying here, you don't see everything in this situation clearly right now. This moon energy is very strong. This justice energy, feeling like, you know, you're going into battle here and speaking your truth and you're being fair. But it's saying you don't see everything that's going on. You don't know everything that's going on. So slow down, slow your roll, because the sword cuts both ways. And also about having faith, the need to cultivate faith, okay? I don't think you're scared of a Hierophant, but, you know, who knows? And then reconciliation with someone from your past returning, healing family issues, taking action, getting, you know, anytime I personally don't feel like things are going well, or I feel like there's clutter or toxifying energy, just get to work, man. Just do some work. Get into the Eight of Pentacles energy. Focus on doing something productive as opposed to being combative. And then at least, you know, by the time you come out of your hermit mode of getting to work, you wake up and you have something positive to show. Alright, Sag, so that was your reading. Sorry I had to split for a second. Please check the end of this video. I'm going to post some links for the rest of your readings. I have love reading for February already posted, as well as your next love reading that's going to come up in March. And yeah, I have some tarot haul videos as well if you're interested in some new tarot decks that I purchased and some crystals, as well as I have a Valentine's reading that I've also made for you guys for the 14th, which might be interesting as well. Take care. Love you all. Hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day. Bye.